Aren't you just tired from all the fall work? I'll bet you though that watching that combine just caused your heart to race. I love watching a nice piece of farm equipment on YouTube. New or old, it doesn't matter. My name is Jeff Eager. I'm a third generation family farmer from Salinas County. I raise corn, wheat, soybeans, and sugar beets on 1,100 acres. And if you cannot tell from the hat and the shirt, I also sell seed. Today I'd like to show you what social media can do. This presentation today was totally put together using social media sources: Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. My guest speakers are all folks whom I met online. Technology is rapidly changing the web. Gone are the days of the static web pages. Since 2004, a new style of software has entered the scene. This style is commonly referred to as Web 2.0 by the techies. It has allowed web pages to become more interactive between visitors and the hosts. Let's hear from one of the techies who is working on our behalf in agriculture. Beth Stever. Beth is an avid user of Twitter and Facebook. She is a public relations specialist at the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources at MSU. Her strengths lie in strategic project management, writing, video directing, and the use of social media for promotion of agriculture. She found me one day while on Twitter, and she simply asked me if I was the same Jeff Eager that she knew back in college. Now let's hear from Beth.
Hi, my name is Beth Stever, and I'm a communicator who works specifically on ag issues, communicating to and about farmers. I've been doing it for about 20 years, and when I started this, it was all about print. It was print publications, print newsletters, it was print advertising, but as things evolved, so did my career. At one point, everything was about video, so I learned all about video. Now we're to the point where everything is about Web 2.0 technologies. I don't claim to be an expert, but I'm muddling my way through to learn about those so I can continue to tell your stories on the internet where people are most interested in them. Come on and take a look, and I'll show you some of the things that I do. For example, I'm very active on Facebook. This is my Facebook page, and if you see down here, if you can see it, I have about 326 friends on Facebook. Now those friends are people that I know either casually or well, and about a dozen of them are in the media. There are often times that I will make a status update about something that I'm working on, and one of my friends in the media will come back and say, "Tell me more about that." I've helped get farmers, who I'm also Facebook friends with, into publications, in the newspaper, on websites, because I'm active in Facebook. I also use LinkedIn. That's more of a professional type of tool that I use, and I use that to stay in touch with other professionals when I'm trying to learn about new things, such as Web 2.0. I'm also really active on Twitter. I tweet quite a bit, several times a day anyway, and I talk about all sorts of things, often about ag issues. Again, I have tons of people in the media who follow me, who often ask back, "Now what's that about? What are you working on? And how do I learn more about it?" And when I'm writing for the media, I use it as a way to gather information. Earlier this week, I was at Michigan Farm Bureau annual meeting, and I spent a lot of time at their awards banquet. I was tweeting about who the winners were. In fact, I did such a good job, if I can brag a little bit, that at Michigan Farm Bureau, they simply
Thanks, Beth. Now, back in April, I joined Twitter and started a YouTube channel called Eager Jeffrey. Throughout the growing season, I tweeted about the planting and crop progress, or in the case of 2009, the lack thereof. And I also uploaded videos of field work and equipment. Now, in these videos, I tried to show the technology that my neighbors and I were using on our farms. At the time, I thought YouTube would be an excellent way to document farming from a historical standpoint, and possibly even use it to educate others on the use of technology. I had no idea of how it would transform into something else. Now, rather quickly, I found myself answering questions about farming from folks from all over. And even as a result, I soon learned what the Google Translator button did on the Google toolbar. Guess what? Farmers from the UK and South America are just like us. Didn't matter where they were from. They all had the same problems and issues that we have here in the United States. And really the only difference I can see is that their equipment looks funny. Now, social media sites, I think, enable folks with like interests to find each other.
Hello, Jeff. It's great to be able to greet you and the rest of the Michigan soybean growers. I'm sure you'll enjoy a little time out of the field after what's been a long, late, and drawn-out harvest to discuss this business of agriculture. We actually met Jeff on Twitter several months back and have enjoyed the opportunity to correspond since. Now, I was first introduced to Twitter last winter, and quite frankly, I thought it was a waste of my time at first. However, I did take a look at it and saw it as an invaluable tool to meet a request that I'd had from some of my readers looking for real-time market commentary during the day while they're on the tractor and get it delivered straight to their phone. And so I tried it out and have been overwhelmed by the positive response since. I started tweeting, as it were, in late February, and has been just continued to grow ever since then. Now, I also follow people on Twitter, which is how I got to know you, Jeff. I follow farmers from across the country to get a good grassroots feel for what's happening on the farm with planting, harvest, crop conditions, freeze reports this fall. I've learned that the social media isn't just for teenagers anymore, but it has valuable applications for the business of farming when appropriately used. I wish you well on your meetings and hope that 2010 proves to be a smoother year than what we saw in 2009.